I'm Ariana Brayman, and I'm planning on becoming a chemical engineer. In the Bucket Girls, I helped make the budget and buy the materials. I also helped with making and planning the prototype and testing the final process.
Hi, I'm Katie Chappell. I'm going to major in electrical engineering. I helped construct the prototype for the project, make the poster, and put the video together.
Hi, my name's Kate Doman. I plan on majoring in biological engineering. In the Bucket Girls, I was in charge of sewing together the pieces of both the prototype and the final bucket. I also helped make the poster.
Our first step in the engineering design cycle was to decide which fabric we were going to use to make our bucket. We then had to decide how we were going to fill the holes that were created from sewing our fabric together, and how we were going to waterproof our bucket.
The second step in the engineering design cycle is that we had to imagine. So we researched thick and affordable fabrics and decided on canvas, then looked for a creative way to waterproof the fabric, beeswax and paraffin wax, that was also malleable. We analyzed the project sheet and saw opportunities for points, so we decided to try to implement some of those ideas, such as backpack straps and different fabric methods, such as braiding.
We drew a rough sketch of our best idea and ordered materials we would need. We also realized that we were most productive while working together and bouncing ideas off each other, so we decided to work as a group on tasks rather than splitting the tasks amongst the three of us.
Our first step was to test our waterproofing method and our spigot because they were major pieces of the success of our design. We did this by using a small piece of fabric to conserve our materials. The success in this sample exceeded our expectations, so a week later we constructed our larger design prototype.
Here you can see the sample piece of canvas that we practiced our waterproofing method on. You can see that we installed the spigot into this piece of canvas in order to make sure that the spigot would not leak water around its edges.
We then had to improve our design. We added a drawstring and lid function to better protect the stored water while in the bucket. The drawstring was also used for hanging the bucket because it kept the bucket more upright than the backpack straps did.
Here you can see the drawstring installed into the bucket. You can tell in this picture that it is not pulled tight. However, like a normal drawstring, you are able to pull it tight in order to close the bucket. We chose this type of string because it is sturdy, it is affordable, and is able to slide through the bucket once it is sewn in. This picture shows the lid that we installed onto our bucket. We found during our research that most contaminants get into the bucket while the bucket is sitting in someone's home, so we found that if we installed a lid onto the bucket, it would close extra holes that the drawstring is not able to keep closed on the bucket.
The challenges we faced included how we would waterproof the fabric. We considered using a design similar to Lister bags used in the Army, but this was made of pre-laminated material which did not fit our constraints. We also looked at water-resistant glues as an alternative to sewing, but we were concerned that this would not hold the weight of the water. The issue of sewing created holes in the fabric, but these were sealed by the wax during the waterproofing process. We were concerned that the wax would prevent the bucket from collapsing for easy storage, but found with our small prototype that the material remained malleable. We were also faced with the challenge of how to hang the bucket when it became heavy and full of water. We decided to put the drawstring through the center of the lid to more centralize the weight during the process.
You may be wondering why we used a blow dryer for this bucket. We found during our research that using a blow dryer would heat up our wax and melt the wax more deeply into our fabric. We knew that this would be something important to our project specifically because after sewing the canvas together, there were minuscule holes in our fabric, and wax would be able to fill these holes, and the blow dryer helped us fill the holes more deeply and more permanently.
During the Imagine part of the design cycle is when we conducted our research. While researching materials, we concluded that our bucket would use canvas and a beeswax paraffin wax mixture because both materials are biodegradable and safe to be touching in water that would be consumed. Beeswax is commonly used in beauty products, and paraffin wax is used with food to make it appear shiny in grocery stores. We found that this wax mixture has been used in the past for waterproofing, so we knew it was a credible option. Research also ensured us that if we melted the mixture into the pattern of the fabric, it would remain collapsible because the wax mixture is used to waterproof outdoor fabrics or shoes, which would need to remain flexible.
Our project had the most crowd interaction and competition. Many guests walking around stopped at our table to ask us detailed questions about our bucket. One woman who went on a service trip to Africa this summer even told us how beneficial our bucket would be to people who travel over 4 miles a day just to get water. We were thrilled to learn real-life applications of our project. Our bucket had the most multipliers on competition day, one of which being most creative. Unfortunately, our bucket was too small to be competitive with the amount of water some other projects held, so our multipliers were not enough to give our bucket a winning position.
If we had to do our FEDD project over again, we would make it larger in order to hold more weight and win more points. We would pay more attention to how the project is scored and hopefully realize that weight is the main method to increase points in competition. Rather, we just made it able to hold a little over 1 gallon.
We would tell next year's freshmen to increase the volume of their bag if they really want to win the competition. Also, we would remind them not to forget the little, more mundane things like creating a poster or detailed research on their topic.